Pal, and welcome back. You ready for your first keynote session? Welcome, Mr. Stefan Willi, CTO and Head of IT Services with WWZ AG Switzerland. And he is going to speak about business challenges and opportunities due to the pandemic. So, Stefan, we're going to let you take it from here.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to share my small presentation for all of you. So I have to switch over. So business challenges and opportunities. Who's WWZ? WWZ is a small utility provider. Compared to my US colleagues, it's potentially just a brick in a wall. In Switzerland, we are around 10, 15, position 10, 15. We entered into the telecom market in 1974. We offering electricity, gas, water, and thermal heat and cold, as well as telecommunication. We have around 90,000 homes passed for energy and about 50,000 homes passed for telecommunication. So let's talk about business challenges. I just split it in different topics. How did customer-facing actions change during this pandemic? The shop opening hours, the pandemic concepts in the shops. That's one of the most important things, as it has already been mentioned by Meredith. Telecommunication was the key service during the pandemic. I think every one of you has used IPTV, home working, home office. The kids were at home, homeschooling. They were consuming much more services from the internet. Okay, revenue challenges. What was the revenue challenge? We lost about 30% of our energy market due to the very hot winter, and it was kind of an amplification of the pandemic because people did not go to the office were not used, so all the chillers, all the equipment in the office were not used, so this was kind of a 30% loss in our energy market. On the other side, we had about 15% increase in the telecommunication business. We also had to reorganize our field service team, split them into different locations because, we're a utility provider. Power is very, very essential. Gas is essential. Telecommunication is essential during this pandemic. So we had to make sure our field services teams are all the time up and running. If one team got sick, we still had a couple of other teams taking over those services. Same in the call center, we had to split call centers into different rooms. This was kind of a challenge because from one day to the other, we had to start with digital IP telephony and. We also offering home services. This was kind of a new challenge. How can I do home service during pandemic? During this pandemic, this was hard because we had to set up all these protection concepts. We had to train our staff, and we had to find or get the acceptance of our customers. So what was the business challenge in services and operations? People at home using our network over FTTH, over DOCSIS, basically means the bandwidth usage changes. It changed to the residential market and the business market, the bandwidth is coming down. But what does it mean? Because kids usually are at school, this is on top. This is bandwidth traffic on top. So we had to make sure we have enough bandwidth. This was a daily monitoring. We had to increase the bandwidth. We added about 20% of the bandwidth. We did some splits from certain regions to make sure anyone get enough bandwidth just to use IPTV, telephony, all the video conferencing stuff, and to really make the internet service stable. How did we deal with preventive maintenance? I mean, you still have to do maintenance on your network, and this is kind of very difficult over those times because usually we do it during the day when people are at work. We can do the segmentation of preventive maintenance or maintenance jobs and just work in residential areas and not in the business areas. But this time we had the people at home, and they used the network, so we were not able to process our maintenance over the day, so we had to make it in the night, and this was kind of a different situation. How to deal with huge projects, that was a different topic, as we are currently moving away from our partner. We built up a huge OSS and BSS platform, and we had to migrate parts of our business, parts of our 50,000 homes passed. We had to migrate them to a new platform during the pandemic. And this was a kind of a very, very tough challenge, because it really had to work, because that's essential. You cannot tell the customer, yeah, we'll fix the problem till afternoon, because people wanted to start working 7 o'clock in the morning. But we did it, and it was successful, and we're still working on this topic. We still have about 30,000 customers to move to the new platform. How did we connectivity with our company? It was also important to have our engineers continuously online and have them working on our platforms, even though if they were not able to get into the office, because the office was basically closed. We had a kind of a minimum number of people working in the office. That basically means we had to set up a very, very stable home network for anyone in our company. And this was an additional challenge for me. Call center, all the technicians, all the emergency services, and. So what was the opportunity? Yeah, this is a good question. What was the opportunity? We were able to upgrade some of the products for free. We offered the low-level customers, basically means all those with services 50 megabits and below. We offered them free upgrades to a higher bandwidth, just to make them happy and enable their business. Wi-Fi as a game changer. Wi-Fi is and was the game changer, because kids were at home, they're playing with their tablets, their smartphones, they're using television services on their tablets, they're working with their PCs. Most of the PCs today, they don't have a network connection, so you connect them over the Wi-Fi. Basically means your Wi-Fi needs to be rock solid. And we have a beautiful product in this area, and this really gave us additional business, because this was kind of a propagation that the Wi-Fi is really good. The Wi-Fi we are offering it's a US vendor, it's a specific mesh system, which is extremely stable, even if you have a lot of Wi-Fis in the same area. This was really a game changer. This helped us a lot. Then our shops, we extended our shop services, because the shops, as everything else was closed, all the other shops has been closed, all the offices has been closed, but we were allowed to keep our shops open, as this is part of a really important service. And this was kind of the door to our customers. So we got in touch over the shops, we got in touch online. And then this was very important, and that's what our customers like, that we are really, really close. When we have a small area, we have a 50,000 homes passed, or just a small one, but what we do is kind of a relationship between the customer and us, face to face, which is very important in those times, because you immediately get to a technician, you immediately get help, your service is immediately up and running again. If you need a replacement, it takes half an hour, and you get a new modem, and everything works back. Big advantage is we own everything. We own the whole backbone. We all own the whole fiber, the whole CAT TV network, all the equipment, the BSS and the OSS system. So we are really able to bring up any service at any time again. What was important as well, it was an opportunity to show to all of our customers that we are able to provide best-in-class services in all different areas like energy, network, telecommunication, water, gas, and thermal heat and cold, as well as in the data center services. We have a lot of data center services as well. And we had no outages. And this was, again, a USP for WWZ to show the customers you pay something for a service, but you also get a good service. And that's our target, deliver best in class customer service. And that's my presentation. Thank you for joining.